Okay, one of the things that we wanted to do when we chose a project for this school year was to see how we could get student voice out into the community, out into the region, state, and beyond. And there's more than just student voice being able to get up in front of people and talking. Student voice is also the written voice. Student voice is also the singing voice. There's multiple ways to have a voice when you're out talking to people. So we wanted to come up with something to get the written voice out to students, as well as the verbal voice out and the music voice out. So we decided to come up with a digital magazine, which is called Appalachian Mountain Reflections. And our problem of practice was give Appalachian youth and adults a voice through creative writing, and development of a digital magazine promoting voice. And I want you to remember the word voice. It's not up there, but that's what we wanted to promote, is the voice of students. Not just in high school, but even though this is a 9 through 12 grade project, we went all the way down to the elementary school and got students to participate. In the digital magazine, which I'm going to show you just a little bit of it in a minute, this is a picture that I took from it. We have community people as well that are writing where I'm from. And we had students in grades 3 through 12 take the story of Georgella Line and her initiative of where I'm from. They wrote stories and have presented at multiple things throughout the county. And they're also part of them are in the digital magazine, so I'll show you a few of those. This is Molly Turner. She is a district person that works at the Owsley County Action Team, and she submitted one and presented it at a program as well. Okay, these are the covers of the magazine. This is the first issue, which was published in January, and it's got stories of where I'm from. It's got a little bit about our home song, our community play, that this will be the 4th year of production for that, which is giving students a voice, because in our 3rd production, we had 19 students that were involved somehow in the play. It could have been behind the scenes or in the play or with the music, pre-show, but we had 19 students involved in this particular community play, and people up to age 85. So we went from grades 2 up to 85. But it also has things about what it means to be Appalachian. A student that goes to Berea College from Owsley County wrote an article for me. And Planning to Prosper, a student does a blog about college and how she will prosper in college through the help of God. We have pictures of Nobles Pioneer Village there, as well as a story by a student called The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. And if you're a country fan, you can guess what this is about. It's all about country music, but it's a ghost story as well. And then there's an article about crochet of work by heart. And it's a lady that does crocheting, and I have some of her projects in there as well. The new one, which will come out this month, April 2017, also has student writing in it. It has adult writing, community writing, articles about musicians, articles about artists. I wanted to make sure that arts were well represented in this magazine, as well as student voice. Okay, the outcomes, we wanted to have student and adult writing. We had over 200 plus students wrote the Where I'm From stories in grades 3 through 12. We had 10 plus adults that wrote Where I'm From stories. And in the first publication, there's 2 adult writings and probably 4 to 5 student youth writings. We had 7 plus teachers in grades 3 through 12 that were involved in getting students to write Where I'm From stories. Engagement of students and adults in the digital magazine creation, in whether it was an article, a story, or music, or something that they helped contribute to that. We had 107 adults represented in the first digital magazine. We had 141 students represented in the first 2 editions of the magazine. You know, it could be an article that they wrote, a Where I'm From poem. It could be the home song play that had 19 students in it. But there were multiple representations of students being able to give information about themselves and being able to have a voice. Okay, here's how we measured what we wanted to see come out of this giving students a voice. Number of hits on our digital magazine. Email hits, and all these people I emailed personally, so they all got a definite hit, but they got a full copy of the digital magazine. So there were 45 of those that I emailed out. Arts and humanities people throughout the state, from KDE to Kentucky Arts Council to Brushy Fork Institute, people that have come to those trainings. So I sent a lot of emails out. Facebook members who had access to view parts of it, over 7,000, because I put it on my site and I have almost 3,000 friends, had 6 shares that had more thousands of people. So who had access to it were over 7,000 people, if they wanted access to it. Facebook numbers of hits and responses, we've had actually 1,056 people look at it. Outside Kentucky hits, we had 38. And the number of youth and adults that submitted writing for the digital magazine, the youth submitted writing was 32. We didn't accept all of them, but they will come out in future editions. And the adults submitting writings was 39. And we don't have all of those published yet, but they will come out in future editions. Okay, I'm going to pull it up, if I can find it down there. Okay, help me find it. This one? Okay, this was the first magazine that came out in January. You don't have Adobe Flash, so I can't show it to you. Okay, I'm going to go back and just show you the covers of the magazine. Because we've actually done more than just the 2 magazines. That's not going to let me go back. Nope. Okay, we've actually done more than just the 2 magazines. We've got a calendar that came out called Define Appalachian Stereotypes, because we wanted to give a voice to Appalachian people as well, not just youth and adults. And the calendar takes people's stereotypes and show where it's not necessarily the case in Eastern Kentucky. You know, there's a lot of stereotypes about us, about the way we live, the way we dress. Tons of them. But it's not necessarily the case. And the more people that go out and voice that opinion, that it's not the case, the better off Appalachian people are going to be. So I wish I could show you the magazine, but it won't go through. There's 40 pages in the magazine. It actually has a video of home song in it that you can click on and watch a scene from home song. It has musicians in it that you can click on and listen to their music as well. So, but that's the project that we did. Are there any questions? And thank you for staying and listening, because this is the last one of the day. Thank you all very much.